drive, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have two. Remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go! 18 Gator, 55. Here I come! Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Hey, switch gears.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check. Watch twist. Watch twist.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Ready. 55, Mike 55. Hey, Mike 7. Check right. Watch 55. I got him. Mike 55, Mike 55. Ready.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And The kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Let's go now. 10, touchdown. Coming to you, coming to you. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 2nd down. White. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Mike's by 4. Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
Out of the gun, it's White. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. 7's the mic. 47's the mic. On the ball. That's all right.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 47's the mic, boys, 47. Check, 47. Get it.
From the gun, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Hey, Charlie. Check. I'm back.
They'll run now with Ware. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
Check 37. Undercrunch. Big grip.
Now a toss play to Eckler. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Here we go. 30 base. You're not ready. Check hot route. Hot. Switch. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Steelers 0. Bosher is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. The run there on first down gets them a yard to the 26. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
You ain't got nothing. Watch twist. Kill.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Yeah, Henry. Check. Watch 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. What? Go.
From the gun on 3rd down. White.
Just like that.
And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
We play to win. Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Alpha. Hey, Rocket. Rock 2.
Operating from the gun. Herbert steps away to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Ready, ready.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Hey, Nate, exit.
All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 54 is Mike. 54 is
Go.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
I'm not ready.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now White with a 1st down throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. White. And he rifles one incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Mike 41. I'm going to wedge that, huh?
Tighten up, tighten up.
Where'd it go?
Throwing on 3rd and long. White. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Charger drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in.
From the shotgun, here's White. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. To throw is White on 3rd down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
That's how we do it, baby.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Got it. 7's the mic. 47's the mic.
On second down now, it's Jackson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Yes, yes. Smooth. 47's the mic, boys. 47. Check, check. 47. Here it comes. Here it comes. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Night, night, sweetheart. Go.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. On second down, Eckler. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 2nd up in Seattle. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Not here. He's crashing.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
I got it.
Here's White, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. He's going to loft one, deep left side here, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo.
55, Mike.
Yep.
Hey, pick your game up. Mike, 55.
Hey, Delta.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the gun, Herbert. Looking sideline, incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Bravo.
47's the Mike. 47's the Mike.
Check Mike. Check Mike. Hey, check Mike. 47. Check.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Buying time to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's taken inside his own 40. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
Now White. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. They'll wind up with 7 on the dump-off, but it'll set up third down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now White. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
They're on 15-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 13-yard line.
Set 18 Gators. Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, Haywood.
49, guys. Mike, 49. They can't hang with it.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Let's go.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Nipple.
Watch the safety creep. Now.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Ready.
They'll run again with Jackson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. But that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Set 30 base.
Mike 54. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. before they can get the punt away whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for L.A. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Switch up. Hey, watch it.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check. Go. Fresno.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They run it with Jacobs. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Ready. 19 line. Let's go one more. 22, Jet, Bomber. 22, Jet, Bomber.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go. Now the wolf. 54. Mike, 54. Right there. 54.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Huh, 64. Sweet.
To throw, White. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Mike's 47.
Hey, wahoo!
Watch the slant.
Get it.
From the gun, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47. Hey, here we go.
X3, 218, chopper.
47's the Mike.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Let's go. 40 Pittsburgh. 41 Mike. In your face.
On 2nd and 12, White. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Blue draw, Coco. Hey, 1-7, 1-7. Check Mike 54. 54.
On 1st down, it's White. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, and that'll bring up second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his fourth touchdown on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Let's go, fellas.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Chargers 21, Steelers 14. Matt Bosher set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
That's trash. That's trash.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
I'm going to run you over. Jack! Showing up. Showing up.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
What we got?
Toss play to Jackson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
On the set.
47, check back 47. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Go, yo, yo, go, go.
47's the mic.
Hey, hey, high 7.
47. Get your swerve on. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Back to throw. Herbert. This is caught by Williams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Ready.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Shift, shift. Check, 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 check.
Now a toss running left, Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Ready, 50, play.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And caught by Henry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Ready, ready.
They'll run here with Eckler. Oh, able to avoid him. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually just